So, in my indie game, I've begun the process of adding new enemies, which is really exciting. I now have a grand total of 2, yippee! My idea for what to add next is an enemy that builds or summons these 2 fortification-themed enemies, like a little constructor drone. It's just that I can't think of many examples of an enemy that summons other enemies from any game that's actually fun. What I can think of are summoner enemies that are not fun for one of a few given reasons. 1. I had no idea the enemy was actually being summoned at all. It happened behind my back. It's not fun to turn around and suddenly realize you have another foe to slog through before you can progress. 2. It happened too quickly. Pretty self-explanatory. If I was focusing on another enemy, I don't really want to have to drop everything just to stop the summoner from doing its thing. 3. Difficult to prevent. If the enemy that's doing the summoning has a crap ton of health, or if there's no way to stop it doing its thing apart from dispatching it, I'm effectively forced to whittle its health down to 0 before I can keep playing the game. There's also the issue of why. Why would I add an enemy that summons other enemies if I've just listed 3 pretty good reasons why I typically don't like this kind of foe? Well, in my mind, it would serve as an in-universe justification for why there are all these fortification-themed enemies around the place, and help the bot faction you fight feel a lot more believable. But also, having an enemy like this creates a sense of urgency to defeat it at a higher priority than all the other enemies in the encounter, which could make combat a lot more dynamic. So, in theory, if I design an enemy in opposition to the 3 reasons I mentioned before, it could be a good enemy design. But as we've discussed, there are many aspects to an enemy like this, which if executed poorly, could lead to a very frustrating and sluggish foe to face up against. So what are your thoughts on summoner enemies? Can they be thrilling or are they just a slog? Let me know in the comments.